And he goes to have a seminar. I said
28th
it's
of
has a little
March,
zero.
Rabbi
Somebody
Furst,
wrote and
Pierke,
just figured
Avos,
a zero.
Esther.
That's mine. Oppenheimer.
Good morning,
I
Lou.
left it down
Good to, I don't see you, but good to hear you.
there.
Is your video on?
Here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Sure, seminar.
Okay.
During the camel.
Is that
How you
somebody
doing
on the
today?
side? Is
Excuse me?
that somebody talking over there near you?
Yeah, we got a lot of people here today. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see, we are on. Oh, I did the record. I did the recording, yeah.
Right.
We're on 6:10.
I believe so. That's right. Let's continue on.
Vayomer Hamelech Lahaman Maher Kach El Halevush Ve'es Hasus Kasher Dibarta Va'asei Chen Lemordechai HaYehudi Hayoshev Bishar Hamelech Al Tipel Davar Mikol Asher Dibarta. Okay, so the king said to Haman, hurry up and take the robes and the horse, as you said. Do this for Mordecai the Jew who is sitting at the king's gate. Do not leave out anything you mentioned. Okay, so 10. Oh, I think we did this already.
Let's see. I think we did. Let's see.
Bookmark says
Here.
up to 11.
Yeah. Yeah. Must be 11. Right.
All right, so I will go on with the 11. Vayikach Haman es ha-levush ve'es hasus v'yalbesh es Mordechai vayar ki vehu birachov ha'ir vayikra lefanav kacha ye'aseh la'ish asher hamelech chafetz bikaro.
Good morning. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning. Good
Morning,
morning.
my dear. How are you?
Continue in Esther,
Fine, thank you.
6th chapter, Pasuk Yud Aleph, 11.
Oh, you
There you
dial. Okay. Very good. Okay.
So Haman took the robes and the horse and dressed Mordecai. He led him on horseback through the main boulevard of the city and called before him, thus shall be done to the man whom the king wishes to honor. All right, now Vayikach Haman es halavush ve'es hasus vayalvush es Mordechai. So Haman took the robes and the horse and dressed Mordechai. Hu be'atzmo, he did it himself. Vayar chi vahu berachov ha'ir. And he led him through the main street of the city. Kavan Mordechai la'avor nagad base Haman. Since Mordechai passed, what's nagad?
He passed by the house of Haman.
Passed by the house of Haman. Alta basa shel Haman al Hagag. The daughter of Haman went up on the roof.
Yes.
Kisavora Shimei Sha'al Hasus Aviv Hu. That she thought that it was her father that was on the horse.
Right.
V'ha'holech lefanav Mordechai, and Mordechai traveled before him. Oh, she thought that Mordechai was the one that was leading the horse. Not la atzitz shel base hakasa. She took atzitz, the refuse,
Atzitz is like a container
a
of
container,
the container from the basic key. So she took the container from the basic key.
the chamber pot.
Yeah, they didn't have running water in their apartments in those days.
Right. Ushe kapa al rosh avi. And she kapa, she dropped it.
Kappa, that she turned it over on her father's head, emptied it out. She emptied it out on her father's head.
She emptied it out. She emptied it on her father's head. Harim Rosha V'hakira Bo Shehu Avi. Harim, I don't know.
So Harim Harosha, she picked her head up and she recognized that it was her father that she had thrown the glorious mess on his head.
And realized it was her father. Nifla min hagag umesa. She fell from the roof and died.
That was the end of her.
She was pretty embarrassed.
Yeah, that was her last exit from this world. Yeah.
Her last stand.
Okay.
Okay, back to the Megillah.
Yeah.
Vayashav Mordechai el Shar Hamelech, the Haman nidchaf el Beso Avel Vachafui. He said, "Oh, fui." Mordechai returned to the king's gate. Haman was rushed home, despondent and hiding his face. Okay, Vayashav Mordechai el Sha'ar Hamelech. Mordechai sat in the king's gate.
He returned to sitting in the king's gate, right?
Right. Shav el Shaku ve'el ta'niso. He sat. What is Shaku?
Sako, his sackcloth.
He sat. He returned to his sackcloth and his fasting.
Right.
Ki savar kol hamis ana mishalim. That he thought that about all what is hamis ana?
Right. So this was because this was that Mordechai was of the opinion that anyone who fasts must finish the fast, even though that things are looking up for Mordechai. You might think he has no reason to fast anymore. But once you start fasting, you have to finish the fast.
Okay, so this what misana means to finish?
Yeah, right.
Amar Rebbe Chalvo Kol ha-noseh shak u misana eno me ma'aviro ma'alav ad she'te'asa bikshaso. So Rebbe Chelbo says, anyone Hanose is to do
The that there is that like he's wearing all that is involved with sack and tenesa, with wearing sackcloth and fasting.
he should not pass by.
Aino Mavir Allah, don't take it off from him. You shouldn't take the stop fasting, nor should he take off the sackcloth until his request has been answered.
Until she'taseh, until has been answered his request. But his request was answered at this point.
No, not entirely. No, they have one attachment of the decree. That's the
Right.
the decree.
It's just Haman, it's not the decree. Okay. The Haman need chaf el beso. Haman was rushed to his house. Aval mean bato. But from his house, bato, his daughter.
That the no, he was Ovel. He was an Ovel. He was in mourning from his daughter. His daughter was dead, so he was in mourning over his daughter.
V'chafui rosh, because she had dumped it on his head.
Right.
She naaseh bilenoi v'safar v'go liar v'kar ozar. I don't know this sentence.
That Chafui Rosh Nasa Ba'alanai Basaper Le Gurul Ozar. That yeah, that he was Chafui Rosh. He was ashamed because previously we learned he had to give Mordechai. He had to attend to him like a bath attendant, and had to give him a haircut, right? And he had to make the karuzar. He had to make the announcement, right? Right. So he was in low spirits at that moment.
Okay. All right. All right. 13. V'saper Haman lezeresh ishto ulechol ohavav es kol asher karahu vayomeru lo chachamav lezeresh ishto im mizera haYehudim Mordechai asher hachilosa nil lean pole lefanav lo suchal lo ki nafol tipol lefanav. And Haman told his wife Zeresh and all his friends what had happened to him. And his wise men and Zeresh his wife said to him, if Mordechai is an offspring of the Jews, once you have begun to fall before him, you will never overcome him. You will fall more and more before him. Okay, 13. Vayisaper Haman leZeresh Ishto. Haman told his wife Zeresh, Shehalach Lamar le Malach le Salus es Mordechai. He went to say to the king.
That he told them everything that happened. First of all, he went originally to the king that he wanted to hang Mordechai, right? That's how it started off. He went there that night, right? And Achashverosh had the dream that Haman was coming after him with a knife, and then he woke up and he asked who was in the chutzner of the king, and he said it's Haman. Haman came in and he asked him, what should we do with the person that we want to honor? And Haman came up with the brilliant idea, put him on the horse and lead him through the city with wearing the king's clothes, right? So he started off the story telling that's exactly how everything began.
All right, so he's just relating to her. He's just telling what he said. Okay. Naaseh lo bilinoi sefer hagolayir
The Kiruzar. So they made of him a bath attendant and a barber and a stable maid and a proclaimer. They made him. He had to do all those things to Mordechai. Yeah.
V'yomeru lo chachamim, and the wise men said to him, Amar Rebbe Yochanan, Kol ha-omer davar chachama afilu min ha-om-os nikra chacham. Rabbi Yochanan said, anyone who says a word of wisdom, even from ha'omos. What is ha'omos? Oh, the nations. Even from the nations is called wise. Im mizera haYehudim Mordechai asher hachilos linafol lefanav lo sochal lo ki naful taful lefanav. If Mordechai, the Jew, that you have begun to fall before him, you will not be able
Low tokolo, you won't be able to overcome him.
you won't overcome him, since you certainly have fallen before him. Darash Rebbe Yehuda ben Rebbe Elaye Shnei Nefilos Halalu Lama. It was expounded by Rebbe Yehuda, the son of Rebbe Elayi, two fallings. Why does it say fall twice? Amru Omer Zu Mishula Ki Afar. He said, this nation, I don't know, Meshula.
This they're from the word mushal. They're analogous. They're similar to afar. They're not. They're compared to afar. Ash.
So this
Well, not
nation,
ash, but the earth. They're the earth. The earth.
so this nation is similar to Earth. Umeshula Kekochavim, and something like stars. What is Meshula?
Same word we had before. They're similar compared to the stars. They're compared to the earth, and they're compared to the stars.
They're compared to the Earth and they're compared to the stars. Kishehain your dean al la'afar, that when they descend to the dirt, to the earth. Ukeshehain olin al hakochavim, and when they ascend to the stars.
Right. Very good.
So Haman, he ascended to the stars, and then he fell to the earth.
Well, this is them. They were saying the Jews. This is in reference to the Jews.
Oh, this Uma is the Jews?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is still Zeresh speaking?
Yeah, that's true. Correct.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I see. Okay. All right. 14. Odam midabrim imo visarisei hamelech hagiu vayav hilu lahavi es Haman el hamishter asher sa Esther. They were still speaking with him when the officers of the king arrived and they rushed him, Haman, off to the feast that was made by Esther. Okay, 14. Yud Daled. Odam midabrim imo b'sarisi hamelech v'gomer. Well, they were still talking to him and the ministers of the king, etc. Amra Esther banav shel Haman Ifrachim b'midinos. Esther said, his children, the children of Haman, what's Ifrachim?
Amra Esther Banav Shel Haman Richichin Medinas. Second, what's this mean? Banav Shel Haman. I think Richichin Medinas. I'm not sure. I think that she was saying that the sons of Haman had authority amongst the various regions that they. So Yichaladu Kodu Shigimar Lehem Adavarim Lala Vimardu Bamela. I see why the Medrash is explaining why was Haman summoned so quickly, summoned so quickly to the party, right?
Right.
So Esther, as the Medrash tells us, Esther was thinking as follows. She realized, she understood that the sons of Haman had powerful positions in the kingdom. So she wanted to have Haman eliminated very quickly, because if the sons of Haman would hear what happened, that their father was leading Mordecai through the capital city of Shushan, they would rebel against the king.
Uh-huh.
And therefore that's why it says they quickly brought Haman, that they didn't want any time, she didn't want any time to transpire between what took place with Haman leading Mordecai to the city, the capital city, on the horse, and hopefully trying to entrap Haman. Because if news would get out that Haman was now subservient to Mordecai, that would possibly cause a rebellion against the king.
Right. It was fortuitous because he could have fled otherwise.
Also, yeah, I mean, like, again, he was already invited to the second Mishta, so you can't not show up. Like, that would be an affront to the king,
Right.
right?
Oh, if he knows he's doomed, he could become a fugitive. He could flee.
Yeah, well, at this point, he all he knew that he was invited to the second Mishta with Esther and the Queen, Esther the Queen and Achashverosh. I mean, he had no reason to think no one knew that Esther was Jewish and was really. I mean, he might have had some suspicions with her connection to Mordecai, but there was no real understanding that they were working together or they had a relationship with each other. So
Right.
Haman really could have, him being invited to the Mishta and having to appear at the Mishta would not necessarily be something he would want to necessarily avoid.
Right. Good point.
So, because again, she really only revealed her nationality that later on that day in the middle of the Mishta.
Right. Right. And that everybody was surprised.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Haman was surprised, and Achashverosh was surprised. Let's see, what are we going to do here? Um, that's- okay, so let's continue on with the next pasuk.
Okay, so
Um,
we're up to 7-1 now.
yeah, right. We'll start the seventh chapter, correct?
And the sheet is ended.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and work out getting it to you soon. Hold on, if I can arrange this.
Vayavo Hamelech Haman v'Haman lishtos im Esther Hamalka. The king and Haman came to drink with Queen Esther.
Okay, let's continue on.
Okay, Vayomer Hamelech leEsther gam bayom hasheni b'mishtei hayayin ma she'ela seich Esther Hamalka v'sina sein lach uma b'kashaseich ad chetzi hamalchus v'teas. The king said to Esther again on the second day, a second time, at the wine party, at the wine feast, what is your request, Esther, Queen Esther? It shall be given to you. What is your request? Up until half of the kingdom, it will be done. This is kind of surprising.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, that he was so enamored of her that he was willing to give her half of the kingdom. That's quite a lot. I could see him saying, what is your request? And and I'll give it to you as long as it's reasonable.
Right.
But to say up to half the kingdom, that's quite surprising to me.
Yeah, I hear. I mean, you're right. That needs to be understood. Um, um, Yeah, what they actually, well, I took it might be even with the Gemara, certainly the Meforshim, tell us that this was really a catchphrase. This was a catchphrase which was referring to the Beis Hamikdash. That we know from the very beginning, Achashverosh was against the building of the Beis Hamikdash. He in fact put a halt to the new recently restarted rebuilding of the Beis Hamikdash, and part of his whole rule was to put an end to the building of the Beis Hamikdash, right?
Right.
So here when he says Ad Chetzi Malchus, that's a catchphrase which refers to like up until Yerushalayim. You can have everything, half of it, everything up until Yerushalayim, but Yerushalayim you can't have. I mean, you're going to be able to get me to allow you to start rebuilding the Beis Hamikdash.
So it was actually a limitation then.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Interesting.
That's if I have a moment, I'll try and I'll look it up and I'll see who says that. If it might be a Chazal, it might be the Gemara itself.
Well, that makes more sense out of it.
Right.
Okay, Viter?
Yes, I'm trying to prepare the measures for you. Let's see here. Okay, good.
It's actually pretty late. Maybe we should stop for today and then you can get that at your leisure.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm getting close to finishing. I should be able to send it out in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
So, if you want, we can continue on. Yeah, continue on with the next.
Batan Esther Hamalka Batomar Im Matzatsi Chen Be'enecha Hamelech Ve'im Al Hamelech Tov Tina Sen Li Nafshi Bish Elasi Va'ami Bevakshasi. All right, so Esther replied and said, if it please the king, and if the king thinks it's good, then grant me my life as my wish and my people as my request. Ki nim karnu ani v'ami v'hashemid v'harog ulabeid v'ilu la'vadim v'lishfachos nim karnu rashti ki ein hetzi Shoveh b'nei Zek Hamelech. For I and my people have been sold to be exterminated, killed, and destroyed. If we had only been sold as slaves, I would have remained silent, for the suffering would then not be equal to the king's loss. What does that mean, the king's loss? What's the king's loss?
This needs a little bit. That needs a little bit of explanation. What's it referring to? The king's loss. I think it could be. I'm not sure if it's referring to Vashti. I'm not sure if it's referring to the fact that maybe the It's a reference to the plan that 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 Haman had in mind over here. Let's see. 1 second. 1 second. The the loss first of all, you should, if you should be able to get the new document in your emails momentarily. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to put that on the screen.
It says here about tax. Even Ezra commented that the adversary was not concerned with financial damage to the king resulting from the enormous loss of tax revenue.
Yeah, what was that? What was that? What's that referring to? What tax? What's the loss of tax revenue?
That's that had we've been sold as slaves and servant girls. I would have kept quiet. The adversary is not worthy of the king's damage. Well, I've got the word damage here. You've got loss or wrath or damage.
So,
Yeah,
so
but how's it? Where's the loss coming from?
Well, if he gets rid of the Jews, they lose all the tax revenue from the Jewish commerce.
no, but she's saying don't get rid of the Jews.
She's saying don't, right?
So it's not that he's getting rid of the Jews because of her request. Her request is keep the Jews. So the question is, where's the lost taxes as a result of her request?
Oh, yeah.
1 second. Okay. Let's hold this question. First of all, if you have the document there, let's start going. Let's pick up the Midrashim, a few of them that we did already here.
Let me see.
I didn't get it yet. Let's see.
No, didn't come in. Okay,
Oh,
let
here
me
it
know if you can.
I got it.
I'm going to put it on the screen as well.
I just got it too.
Okay, all right, fine. Yeah. Yeah, if you have it, you could look at the screen or you have it in front of you. Let's just pick up the last few psukim we missed out on so far.
Okay, it's printing out right now.
Fine. Yeah, it's the Midrashim. Midrashim say that Ad Chetzia Malchus is a reference to the base of Mikdash.
Okay. Good. So that's what you said. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aleph says Vayavo Hamelech.
Actually, tell you the truth, Rashi actually brings it down. Rashi also says that shot here on this, on that phrase. Yeah, the Rashi. Yeah.
Okay. Lishtot. The king and Haman came to the feast. The Esther lo haisa ocheles, and Esther did not eat.
Right. She was still fasting, right? She was still fasting. Or I'm not sure. Either she didn't eat because she was not fasting, or she simply didn't eat. I'm not sure.
She hasn't eaten for 3 days, so that's quite an intense fast.
Right. Well, it was do or die, as they say, right?
Yeah. But it's not gonna do any good if she dies before she makes a request.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it's people get they're people even in the people even in this generation. Some fast from Shabbos to Shabbos. They don't eat or drink anything for a whole week for 6 days. So
Really?
it can be done. Can be
Wow.
done. Needs a little bit, needs some practice and some self-control, but can be done.
Mhm. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess what Gandhi used to fast from.
Did she
Excuse
drink?
me?
What?
Did she drink?
I think it says she didn't eat or drink.
Drink these all drink. Yeah, I think that's what it said somewhere.
Okay, so Bet.
You may remember. I forgot his name. He used to when we used to. It's been years now since when we were in on Zichron Yaakov in the Hanukkah Yeshivas there. So we remember we had one of our Talmidim come in. He was from Morocco. Moved from Morocco when he was a child to Montreal.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. So he told us that when he was living in Morocco, there were people there, regular people who would fast from Shabbos to Shabbos.
Wow.
Yeah, in his village in Morocco. It was a known and accepted thing. It wasn't I don't think it was common, but it wasn't unheard of.
Was it like the Ramadan fast when it was just they ate in the evening, or was it full 24?
No, it was straight through. No
Wow.
no fake outs.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the Midrash on Bet, Vayomer Hamelech leEsther Gam Bayom Hasheni Ma She'elasicha. And the king said to Esther also on the second day, what is your request? Hare lecha yom bet. Behold, to you it is the second day. Shameres u machar aseh kidavar hamelech. It's for you, it's the second day that you said tomorrow.
As said, Kedavar we should do like the word of the king. Right. So I mean now now he wants to know, okay, you told me yesterday you wanted to do something today. And so but I want to know now, like what do you need? What do you want?
Time's up, Esther.
That's right.
Okay, let's see. Did we do 3?
I'm not so sure if we did that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, Vitan, Esther, Vitomar. So Esther answered and said, Kit savor haya Achashverosh Shama Uma Acheres Chutz Mi Israel. So she thought it would be that Achashverosh Shamas to hear.
I think it's referring to Achashverosh, because Sabra Achashverosh Uma Sha'ama Uma Acheres Chutz Mizrah. He Achashverosh was thinking that her nation was another nation other than the Jews.
I see. V'haya. So take Lidas my ze Omer Uma Haya. And it was, what does show take?
Quiet. He was quiet in order to know which nation it was.
To know which nation it was. So she really had his attention there.
Right.
Dalit, I think, is the last one that we've done so far.
Right. Good.
Nim charnu ani va'ami, etc. Because he wants to destroy me and my nation.
Yeah. Actually, I saw it in the car. They had been sold. I and my nation have been sold for destruction.
Sold. Ki ein hetzer shavva benezek hamelech. What is hatzar?
I think this is referencing to, since it's ein hatzar shava benezek hamel, the pain. Sorry, the pain is not equivalent to the loss of the king. Here now the Medrash is explaining what we left off on, that question that we had. What was this loss to the king? Right.
Right. Okay. Klomar harioch
Harevach
harevach sheyaseh ze hatzar hamelech. That is to say, what is harevach?
Harevach is like the profit or the benefit.
The benefit that will be to the pain of the king.
Right. That the profit that's going to accrue, it's going to bring distress to the king. That profit that's going to come about, that's going to bring distress to the king.
Eno shaveh keneged hayazak.
Chezek. Ein shava keneged chezek sheyizak lo.
Sheyizak. So it's not equivalent. Keneged to the corresponding
damage. Chezek is damage.
That will be damaged, but for you.
Right. Yeah. The king will be damaged by it.
He who nosein aseres alafim kikar kesef, because he gave 10,000 kikar of silver. V'heim no nosnim hames v'chol shana v'shana. And they give taxes in each and every year. V'chol avodas ha-malchus bi'adam. For each servant of the king in his hand.
Right. So I think the way the Medrash is explaining it, that the destruction of the Jews, as shown, would be too great a loss. It would be too much of a great financial loss to the king.
Right, but I still don't get why. It mentions taxes, like you guys were talking about, but what's the taxes?
Well, through their work or whatever they pay in terms of the taxes that they have to pay. Without them doing that, that'll be a loss greater than the amount of profit that the king would get by getting the money from Haman.
Right, but I see two problems with that. One is the king already said, I'm not taking your money. And the second problem is Esther is asking, don't destroy the Jews. So
Right.
if they don't destroy the Jews, then the Jews will still be there. They'll still be paying taxes. So there's no
Right.
loss.
That's right. So meaning to save this loss, he should save the Jews and not destroy them.
Right, but she says, I wouldn't ask you. If you were just gonna make them slaves, I wouldn't ask you. But you're gonna kill them. I'm asking you because it's worth the loss, but there is no loss if he doesn't kill them.
Well, he said, meaning, I think what she's really saying is because of this loss, I have a right to ask you and plead mercy for my people, because it's not only something which is relevant to me to save me and to save my people, but it's also relevant to save you, the king, the financial loss of the lack of taxes.
By sparing the people, you'll gain the tax money.
Right, and by not, they'll be losing that tax money.
Okay,
So I think she's adding this, so it shouldn't seem that she's simply just trying to save her life without any other greater concerns for the general welfare of the king and his kingdom.
right. Okay, I think I understand that now.
Okay, well, it's okay, it's 10 o'clock. All right, maybe make a notes for next week. I guess we'll start hey, in chapter 7, hey, we'll continue.
Beautiful.
Chapter 7, verse Hey. Okay. All right, so we're gonna
Okay.
continue this.
I think so, unless anyone, yeah, I think so. I think we should be able to finish it up maybe in a few more days and next week, but I think we should be able to do it.
Okay.
Very good. Yes,
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good
Thank you,
job. Yes.
Roy.
very-
Have a good afternoon. Hope to see you. Mayor and Brew will be beginning the Mr. Brewer shortly.
Okay, very good.